Hey guys, it's Randy with the Del Real Group. I just wanted to put together this rough video. I'm still going to do my monthly trend report at the end of the month, but I just wanted to put together this video because I know there's a lot of stress going on in the market right now and a lot of people are freaking out. I have a lot of sellers calling me saying, hey Randy, despite the news that happened last week, what's going to happen with the value of my house? Buyers are freaking out saying the same thing, like what's going on with the market? Is now a time to buy? Is it time to sell? Is it 2008? What's going on, right? There's a lot of chaos going on. So I just wanted to give you some clarification on what happened over the last week and just kind of give you some projections on what I think is going to occur here in the future, okay? And of course, this is all going to come out at the end of the month and it's going to be backed by actual data rather than me just kind of telling you right now just off pen and paper, okay? So to give you an idea of what happened, last week, the Silicon Valley Bank actually collapsed, okay? It's one of the bigger banks in the Bay Area. They do a lot of investments with a lot of tech companies out there, and that bank recently collapsed. As of that moment in time, 3 weeks prior to that, we've been seeing rates climb up roughly 0.75%. So we went from roughly 6.25 all the way up to 7%, which stalled the market. The market slowed down significantly, right? Homes are sitting a little bit longer. A lot of my sellers' homes were getting activity, but they were still sitting because with that 0.75% increase, it actually caused buyers to have roughly another $100 to $250 on their monthly mortgage payment, right? It made things more expensive for buyers, so their buying power went down. But despite the Silicon Valley Bank collapsing on Friday, interest rates have done a huge recovery today on Monday, right? So rates today have dropped down to 6.25% for conventional, and if you're FHA, you're on the high fives. So that's good. That means you have a lot more buying power. Now, for sellers, I hosted open houses over the weekend. A couple of my team members hosted open houses over the weekend. As you know, if you're in Modesto and just the Central Valley in general, there was a lot of storms going on, a lot of rain. But despite that, on one of the open houses that one of my colleagues did, he has 16 buyers come in. On another one, he had 15 buyers come in. On the open house that I hosted, I had 8 groups come in, right? So what that means is that we're still having buyers out there looking significantly, right? With the news that the rates came down that much over the weekend, that's actually going to be very healthy and we're going to have more buyers come in because they're able to stomach the new payment. It's a lot cheaper than it was last week, right? So that's healthy. I was expecting the markets to crash with SVB news coming out. Of course, the stock market, but the Dow actually rallied and is up 149% today as of 11:38 a.m. on Monday, right? So the stock market is actually doing decent too. And SVB is going to be getting bailed out because if they don't get bailed out, people won't get payroll and that's going to be a whole nother mess, right? So things are still looking solid despite the news. And here's a chart here as well. On average, real estate market generally does good in recessions, not bad, except for 2008, but that crash was directly related to the housing market in bad lending practices. Okay, so just to give you a rough analysis of what's going on right now, rates are down, buyers are out, springtime is here, summertime's approaching, this is the busiest time of the market, and actually, you know what, values are actually up right now. So over the last 30 days from January to February, values are up. Price per square foot is up, which means that values aren't dropping as much right now in Modesto and in Stanislaus County. San Joaquin County, you're still seeing that, but Stockton's crazy right now. Stockton homes are flying off the shelves still at this moment. But in Modesto and in Stanislaus, values are actually up over the last 30 days. So that's good. That's a good sign. Even despite the news of SVB and even despite the interest rates coming up 0.75% over 4 weeks, values are still going good. And that's directly correlated to the spring season and summer season. So if you're a seller, just know that these next couple weeks, we're going to see some more activity on your homes. I know things were probably slow for you for a little bit. You've been freaking out. You've been seeing values drop, but that's all looking better because these interest rates are coming down, right? And in my opinion, Jerome Powell a couple of weeks ago specified that he was going to continue to climb those rates up. But if you look at what happened with SVB and you're seeing those cracks in the foundation from what they've been doing from raising the rates too rapidly, I think we've hit that shelf at 7%. We're going to continue to see them come down because if they continue to raise the rates like they have been and continuing to have those practices, not only is SVB going to fail, but we're going to see more of the banking industry fail as well, right? So they don't want that to happen on their watch. So I think we're going towards a healthy time. And yeah, I'll continue to keep you updated. Look towards the end of the month. I'll be sending this same update out with better information and actual trends that I can show you so you can see actual inventory charts. But other than that, I hope you all have a good week. Please let me know if you have any other questions or if there's any other information I could diagnose for you. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. You guys take care. Have a good week.